Yo, what's up guys? It's Pygoz here, the Crypto Pie, and today we're going to be talking about Bitcoin and Ethereum and just my plans, right, on what I think could happen. Or of course, instead of Ethereum, it could be another altcoin. But whichever I'm gonna play, it's all based on Bitcoin, right? The same as this short, right, guys? I took a short when we were up here actually, and that's not on Bitcoin. We were on Neo. And I closed it very early. This is the 4 hour. Actually, I was looking on the 1 hour chart. So, I got into my short. I started scaling it at 940 and then scaled in a little bit more when it popped, because of the fact that if you take the fib, right, from swing low to swing high to swing low, it went to the 38.2 and then close to the 0.5, right? And after that, we saw this big drop. So, when did I close it, right? You might ask. Well, I closed it a little bit early, I guess, because I closed at 860. Simply because I thought the 200 EMA would hold. And obviously after that I went to sleep and it dropped even further, and here we are. So, what do I think is going on right now? Is we have to look at the 4 hour, right? And on Neo it's a little harder to see, but on Bitcoin it's a lot easier. Okay, so what I think is going on here is that and if you take Bitcoin, right, from swing low to swing high here, we did get back to the 618. Right, so here's just my simple plans, right, guys, on how I plan on playing this, all right, based on where the altcoins are at that moment. So I take the swing high, right, to the swing low. I think that we are going to see some kind of bounce. I'm just not going to play it because it's counter trend. It won't be all that massive. All right, it's the 618, I know, but I don't think this will hold just yet, because we've already hit that 618 before, right? So that's simple fact. So basically we have a higher, so this was higher than here, right? So we have a lower high and we also have a lower low. So I do think we will go one lower, right? But I do still also think that we will see some kind of bounce. So let's take the swing high to the swing low here, right? And then, the range that I would be aiming for is around the 38.2 here, right? I know it can go all the way up to the 618 here. It's very well possible, but I will start scaling it into a short up here. All right, when we hit these levels, I will start scaling it into a short, whether it's on Bitcoin or on Ethereum or on Neo or on EOS. I don't know. Right, most likely it will most likely not be Bitcoin, guys, simply because of the fact that you make less gains on Bitcoin than on another altcoin, right? So this is, for example, Bitcoin, right? So if we take Ethereum, we do the same thing, right? We take our swing high up here and our swing low, right? And so around 140, and if not, it's going to be around 150. Right, so your first area will be around here, and otherwise it's around here, right? So so you scale in a little bit here. If it pops up there, then you scale in some more, right? And if you want, you can scale in some more at the 0.5 as well. But what we have to assume is, since Bitcoin on Ethereum actually we had a higher high, but on Bitcoin we got a lower high, right? And Bitcoin is the one that sets the trend. Is that we have to assume a further downtrend. Alright, so switching back to Bitcoin chart here. So on the 4 hour we're obviously very oversold. That's why I do expect that bounce as well on the 6 hour as well. But if you look on like a little bit further on the daily, we are not that oversold yet, right? We're not even at the oversold area yet. So it's very much expected that we do see some kind of bounce here. That I might play it, guys, but with a small size, right? So I might play something counter trend with a small size and then go bigger size at the actual short position, because we have lower highs here and a lower low. That means I do expect, some kind of double bottom here, right? So that is how I see it. Or so on the 4 hour, well, where do I see this play going then, right? That's what you might ask. Well, we always correct into ABCs, right? So basically this would be, if this is a correction, if we want to count this as an impulse and we're not going to see lower than 3K for now, and at least first go higher to around, you know, 46, 48, 49, 5K or so, then we have to assume this as a correction. Right, so then you would see something like, you know, this would be your A wave, you will get your B and you still get your C somewhere, right? Let's just first assume the 786 because that's our next line of defense. This is something possible, right? So and that would also be, let's just count this as you know, if this would be our low, and we do go back up to this area here, then we actually get to the 886. But I will start scaling in, I think, around 786 because of the simple fact that we had a lot of support here. I know it can go all the way. So if we want to count this as an impulse wave, guys, what cannot happen is a lower low than this, right? If it goes lower than that, you have to cancel that trade. So that is what I'm looking for in the long scenario once we get down there, and I just expect bounces, right? So I will expect a bounce from 786 for sure, since we are bounced from 618 right now. So that is kind of my plan, guys, on Bitcoin and Ethereum and just Neo, just the whole crypto market in general. All right, guys. So you know my plan right now. It's pretty simple. All right. So once again, you know, we take our swing high to our swing low. We short around the 38.2 area. Right. That's where we start adding to our short. At least that's what I'll do. And then I'll look for a lower low. But will I maybe take some profit around the same low? Who knows, right? It depends on what the situation looks like when we get there, and if we get there. So where will I take my loss, all right? Where will I say, like, I'm wrong, right? Well, you guys know, right? That we cannot make a higher high than this. Right? That's your obvious invalidation point. So if you start scaling in at the 38 and at the 61, your average will be around the 0.5. That means you are willing to take a loss of 7%, okay, on your whatever you're trading. But you know, it's normal for an ABC to happen. So keep that in mind as well. But if it goes higher than here, this is your invalidation point. All right. So that is how we should see it, and that's how you should trade it. Okay. So yeah, that is kind of how it is. All right, guys. So that is what I'm looking for. But definitely, I do think this here will be a lot of resistance. All right. So yeah, so we'll take the short there, then we'll take it, write it down here, and then what I look for is a long, right? And since that is you know, this is the bigger trend, then yeah, look for a long position, and that long position will most likely get to a bigger target, right? So if we take this and we take the high, this is on Bitcoin, and let's say we go to 786, okay, then our you know, our first stop is 46.34, and after it's like 4900, right? 1.272 is very common to hit. Okay, so and that's also these highs here. So 4900, you know, close to 5K. That is kind of what I'm looking for, right? On that position. So that is a bigger swing position, and that's kind of what. So you guys kind of know what I'm looking for now. Okay, so and of course. You have to also consider that when we go down there, if we go down to 786, you do need to consider 618. So if you get back to 4K area, maybe, you know, take some profit on the table, okay? Because you would already be up like 15%. And, you know, so guys, just plan your trades ahead and then trade your plan, right? So that is what I'll keep you guys informed on what's going on. And so that's kind of how I see the market right now, okay? So I'll just quickly draw it out on Bitcoin. So we have this A, we're gonna get a B, we're gonna get a C down here, and then, you know, after that, I obviously want to see some kind of a wave structure, right? So let's say 1, you know, you get your 2, you get your 3, you get your 4, you get your 5, right? And then we hit the top again, and after that, you know, we'll get a slide down and then up, you know, and basically that's how I see the market right now. Okay, so this is kind of my plan, and you know how I'll trade it right now. So anyways guys, I also have a Patreon page, which is patreon.com/Pygoz. Check it out for yourself. Check out if you want to become a Patreon yourself. All the rewards are in here. It's basically just some technical analysis that I do for you, and that's pretty much it. Alright, once I get some patrons going, obviously the patrons left right now because the market is just bearish, and I don't want you guys to, you know, spend money on me for Patreon, okay? But when the market is doing well and you are making money, and maybe you learn how to short as well, you can become a patron and, you know, check that out. Alright, so yeah, just that's Patreon, alright guys. So also join up with the CryptoPies blog, where you can ask me any question, you can ask other people questions, and it's just a great chat box to be in, right? Let's see what's going on here. So obviously I said I shorted this, and not much after that happened. Okay, so that is what's going on here. So the double bottom around 31.50, that is pretty low, but it could definitely happen. It could definitely double bottom around there, but the 786 is definitely a area that Bitcoin seems to have respected in 2018, so it could definitely respect it once again in 2019. Alright, 886 is just very crazy far down. It could also respect that, but at the 786 I'm definitely scaling in there, alright, for a long position. But you guys know how I'll play, I'm gonna play it, so I'll leave it at that. Alright guys, also join up with the CryptoPies feed, where I post all my videos, and you know, in the future I'll post about STOs, etc. as well. But at the moment the market is still bearish, so don't go into any ICOs or STOs, because they probably won't make you a profit. Alright, so just look out for that. Alright, just don't go in it right now. And that's pretty much that, guys. Alright, so yeah. Also guys, follow me on Twitter, which is twitter.com/Pygoz, and follow me on Twitch, which is twitch.tv/Pygoz. Both telegrams will be in the description below, and if you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe, hit that post notification button, and if you got any questions at all, leave a comment below, and I'll see you guys in the next video.